This video presents Thieboudienne, also known as Ceebu Jën, a Senegalese rice and fish dish shaped by fishing, family knowledge, and the cultural history of St. Louis. Origin. Thieboudienne. Developed among the fishing communities of St. Louis in northern Senegal during the 19th century. The city stands where the Senegal River meets the Atlantic Ocean, and its life has long been shaped by fishing and trade. Fish, rice, vegetables, and tomato sauce were brought together in one pot, creating a meal that became closely connected with Senegalese family life and national identity. The people behind the dish, women, have traditionally played a central role in preparing Thieboudienne and passing on its techniques. Much of the knowledge is learned through observation, participation, and repeated practice rather than through written recipes. A learner watches how an experienced cook judges the color of the sauce, the firmness of the fish, the amount of liquid, and the moment when the rice has absorbed enough flavor. These skills are developed gradually within families and communities. Why UNESCO recognized it? In 2021, UNESCO inscribed Ceebu Jën on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The recognition was not simply for a popular meal. It acknowledged a living body of culinary knowledge connected with community identity, social practice, and intergenerational transmission. Because the tradition developed within fishing communities, its future is also linked to wider questions about sustainable livelihoods and the protection of aquatic resources. Nutritional value. Thieboudienne can provide several important food groups in one meal. Fish supplies protein, while oily fish varieties can also provide omega-3 fatty acids. Rice provides carbohydrate, and the vegetables contribute fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Its overall nutritional balance depends on the quantity of rice, vegetables, oil, and salt used. When prepared with a generous variety of vegetables and sensible portions, it can form a substantial and varied family meal. Getting the ingredients in the UK. In the UK, broken rice is available from many African and Asian grocery shops. Cooks may use firm fish, such as sea bass, sea bream, hake, or mullet, depending on availability and personal preference. Mackerel may also be used, although its stronger flavor and higher oil content produce a different result. The vegetables and seasonings can usually be found in supermarkets, local markets, and specialist food shops. A tradition under pressure. The fishing communities associated with this dish face growing pressure. Researchers, fishing organizations, and local communities have raised concerns about declining fish availability in Senegal and across parts of West Africa. The causes include sustained fishing pressure, competition from industrial fleets, illegal and unreported fishing, changing marine conditions, and the growing demand for small pelagic fish. For fishing households, reduced catches affect more than income. They also affect food security, community life, and the continued availability of the fish used in traditional dishes. Safeguarding it for the future. Safeguarding Thieboudienne requires both cultural and environmental action. Traditional cooking knowledge must continue to be taught, while fishing resources need to be managed responsibly. For diaspora families, safeguarding can also begin at home, preparing the dish, explaining its history, and involving younger family members in the cooking process help ensure that the knowledge is not reduced to a name on a menu. Why it matters to the UK African diaspora. For Senegalese families in the UK, Thieboudienne offers more than a familiar taste. Preparing it from fish, rice, and vegetables allows families to retain trusted cooking practices while maintaining a connection with home. Research on migrant food practices also suggests that many diaspora households place particular value on fresh, home-prepared meals and may regard heavily processed alternatives with caution. Cooking Thieboudienne, therefore, connects cultural memory with practical decisions about how a family wishes to eat. Celebrations, hospitality, and family connections. Thieboudienne also has an important place at weddings, naming ceremonies, religious gatherings, and cultural celebrations. Across Britain, experienced home cooks and community caterers prepare traditional meals for large gatherings, helping to keep familiar food at the center of community life. Ingredients, recipes, Cooking advice and food gifts may also circulate between relatives in Britain and Senegal. These exchanges help families maintain relationships across distance. Offering someone a carefully prepared meal can communicate welcome, respect, and remembrance without the need for many words. Lived experience reflection bang. For many people who grew up with Thieboudienne, the memory begins before the meal reaches the table. It may begin with watching an older relative prepare the fish, learning when to add the vegetables, or being allowed to help with a small part of the process. Community participants often describe preparing familiar dishes as a way of preserving family diet, history, and identity. Cooking the dish in Britain can bring back memories of relatives, kitchens, and conversations that help shape a person's sense of belonging. What the dish means? In Senegal, Thieboudienne is traditionally served from a large shared dish placed at the center of the table. Eating together creates more than a meal. It expresses hospitality, cooperation, and care for the people being fed. The shared plate reminds everyone that food is not only about individual taste, it is also about relationships and participation in community life. Carried into the present time, thousands of miles from St. Louis, the tradition continues in Enfield and across the wider UK. Senegalese families adapt the dish to ingredients available locally while preserving the essential techniques and values associated with it. British-born children may encounter Thieboudienne through parents, grandparents, community gatherings, or cultural projects. Each time the dish is prepared and explained, another opportunity is created for the knowledge to continue. Thieboudienne is more than rice and fish. It is a record of a place, a fishing tradition, a body of family knowledge, and a way of eating together that has endured for generations. Its future will depend on the protection of both the cultural knowledge and the natural resources on which that knowledge was built.